Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, TGIF. Do you have plans for the weekend? No, me neither. Just gonna hang out and do some filming. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Whenever it is you see this, stay tuned. I got some good information for you today. Everybody, Crafting Journey here, that Journey Chick on Instagram. Welcome to my Crafting and Crime Show. I have an update on the Dylan Rounds case. As you recall, Dylan Rounds disappeared. He had a farm in Utah, on the border of Utah and Nevada, middle of nowhere. Last heard from on May 26, 2022, when he went to this little saloon called the Saddle Sore. He used his credit card in there. That's the last time he used his credit card. No bank activity since then. His cell phone last pinged off of his farm. His last conversation was early in the morning with his grandmother. The following day, May 27th, he had a conversation with her. He said, "It's starting to rain. I need to get my grain truck into shelter." So he hung up from her. We know from searches of the property that he did put the grain truck into the shelter. Now, all they have found in their searches for Dylan are a pair of boots that were about 200 feet in the opposite direction of his camper, 200 feet from the grain area. He had a camper, off-grid camper. Like, if he had left where his grain truck was parked and headed towards his camper, why would his boots be in the opposite direction? So, yeah. And they've been looking for him ever since. No trace of this kid. Now, last week they picked up a man named Jamesbrenner, 58-year-old guy who was squatting on the property near Dylan Round's farm, just 5 miles away. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with what squatting is. This is where people don't really own the property, but they just go live on it regardless. And this man was picked up on a firearms charge, and yesterday the police named him as a suspect in the disappearance of Dylan Rounds. Apparently Dylan did know this gentleman. Now, who is this Jamesbrenner? He does have a criminal record: malicious shooting, malicious wounding, and possession of a firearm. Felon counts, 3 felon counts for possession of a firearm, which is why he's sitting in jail now. And they probably, I suspect, interrogating the heck out of him. He has no work history and no verifiable employment, and really no verifiable residence. He was squatting on this property. According to another neighbor, they're only identifying him as DH. He came forward and said Brenner had asked him if he could hold on to some of his weapons, including a .22 caliber rifle. So, of course, after learning that the FBI was involved, this neighbor, DH, turned the weapons over to the FBI. So Brenner has already pled guilty on all the weapons charges, and he's been sentenced to 33 months in jail. So he's not going anywhere. So that's the update. We'll see where this heads us, in what direction. I know the police have also asked people to stop searching the property. Right now, there are no official searches going on the property of Dylan Rounds that was gifted to him by his grandfather. They do not want independent parties searching that property. There's no family searches. There's no police searches. They're asking you to please stay away from that property. Also, the reward has gone from $20,000 to $100,000 for information leading to the arrest of someone who may know something about the Dylan Rounds disappearance. If you have any information, please don't hesitate to contact the Box Elder County Police Department. There you go. Anyway, nice to have you. It's National Chocolate Almond Day. Oh my gosh, who does not love a Hershey bar with almonds? You know, they're not my sponsor, but man, that would be great. So today I have my diamond painting out. I got it back out last night. Well, I was talking to my bestie on the phone, Mickey, who's got a live tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 Eastern. So I was working on the windows. I don't know if you can see them from the angle. Yeah. This is where I was working the window area here. And I'm using gold metallic sparklers in the windows. Let me show you. Oh, they're so pretty. Where are they? Where'd they go? Oh, here they are. Oh my goodness. Right here. Gold metallic. Yes. Now, chocolate and almonds, like especially dark chocolate and almonds, that is a health food, guys. Yes. Almonds are healthy for you. Very healthy. Good for your heart. And so is dark chocolate. So why not have them both? I don't know that Hershey's has like a dark chocolate almond bar. That would be amazing. If you guys know of one, let me know. Oh, yum. Really what's good is like a pastry where you drizzle chocolate over it and slivers of almonds. Oh, yeah. Anyway, chocolate almond day. So celebrate it by going to buy a chocolate almond bar and put it under social media, hashtag chocolate almond day. There you go. Or you can put it in the Crafting Journey Facebook group. Yes. Picture of you eating a chocolate almond bar. I have to go get one. Anyway, please don't forget to hit the like button. He's washing dishes. He doesn't know there's a dishwasher. Yes. So please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in the content of the channel, Crafting and Crime. And hit the notification bell. If you're already subscribed, you want to hit all so you don't miss a single episode. Yes. Yay. Okay. So let's talk about this trial. Everybody's confused. I'm confused. Yesterday, this is going to be a quick show, because yesterday was an entire day of nothing but entering items into evidence through various people that collected the evidence, just different crime scene investigators, several different crime scenes. Well, we've got two crime scenes, we've got two murders. The murder of Scott Sessions that occurred around February 8th, and then later on in the month, around the 14th, we have the murder of Heather Frank. Now, Heather and Scott had been in touch with each other on Facebook Messenger, had gotten together one time. She had a date with him on the night, we believe, of February 8th. He talks to his father, says he's on his way to Forest Hill, but he ends up in Greeley, where he has a date with this woman. He didn't want to tell his father he had a date, I guess. I don't know. So, turns out, when he gets there, he's ambushed. Someone comes up from behind and slices it the other way, slices his throat. And he has some defensive wounds on his hands that I cannot figure out for the life of me how he got those wounds. If someone snuck up from behind and sliced his throat, where did the defensive wounds come in? No idea. Because that's throat slicing. He would have been down for the count. There was no defense after that. So, of course, some of the evidence that came in yesterday were items that were stained with blood in the area of the doorway of Heather Frank's house where this occurred. The rug, the flooring, and they brought samples of all these items into the courtroom for everybody to see. Now, one big point of contention was at the crime scene of Heather Frank was found a red, what the investigator is saying he thought was a red bed sheet, but or a bed skirt. We're not sure. No one's really sure, 100% sure. But then the defense later on points out that aren't her curtains red? Could this be a curtain? Now, who cares whether it's a curtain or a bed sheet? It came from Heather Frank's home. She was wrapped in it, or it went with her to her grave at this wood pile. I don't know what difference it makes. I don't know if the defense is trying to prove that this is sloppy police work, or that they're just trying to say that there's no evidence that, did you collect everything? Did you do it right? And of course they're all going to say, yes, we did it right. We did, and it all apparently excludes their client. We haven't heard any evidence yet that implicates this defendant. Now, we haven't had any cell phone tower records, no GPS testimony, no interview testimony of the defendant. We haven't heard any substantive information about this trial. All we've heard is, here's the evidence we collected, and here it is. And you're just sitting there going, okay. Yeah, because, all right, you collected the wire, you collected clothing that you found, you collected the clothing off her body. I mean, literally the entire day. In fact, the prosecution had said that they had set up an entire room during this 3-year investigation of this case, dedicated just for evidence in this case. And they had a hearing before the jury came out, like, or not necessarily hearing, but a discussion, like, where are we going to put all this stuff? I mean, does the clerk have room for all this stuff once we enter it into evidence? Because once it's entered into evidence, the prosecution doesn't have to put it in their office anymore. Now it's the clerk of the court's responsibility to hold all that evidence in one place. So they finally figure out there's a room near the courtroom that they can put all this stuff. Because once the jury starts deliberating, now they got to put all that stuff into the jury room, because they get all the evidence goes back with the jury. So they get the plastic roll, the rug parts, the weapon, everything goes back to the jury. All 200 items, they were over 200 items yesterday, are going to get, like, it's going to take them a while to deliberate if they're going to go through all these items. A lot of them are photos and things like that. That'll be quick, but some of this physical evidence that we have no idea how it relates to the suspect, hopefully someone's going to come in and tie in all this up for us, wrap it up in a bow, because I have no clue right now. I'm terribly confused. Like, what evidence do you have against this suspect? I'm waiting for somebody to come back from the lab to say, because we know DNA was collected from all of this evidence, but we haven't heard from the lab about what it showed. So we just don't know how all this evidence is relevant yet. Okay, hopefully today they'll be done boring me to death and get to the substantive stuff. Yeah. Man. So, do you have plans for this weekend? I do not. I'm going to do some unboxings. I want to do some watercolor painting. I need to get my watercolors out. It's time. But, and don't forget, the Great Escape starts August 1st. So if this is the time to be planning, what painting do I want to do? This is a landscape adventure. Where would you like to escape to? Yeah, Mickey Sunshine Creates and I are hosting it. We have so many sponsors. I'm going to announce on Instagram over the weekend all of our sponsors. I'll announce it on Facebook too. Mickey and I will do a video and we'll announce it on YouTube. But I'm going to tell you, we have so many sponsors, wonderful, wonderful people in the community, the diamond painting community, that have stepped forward to sponsor this event. You're going to be blown away. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 diamond painting companies. Oh, 4. I'm sorry. 4 diamond painting companies. Yeah. Not including Diamond Art Club. Nope. There will be no Diamond Art Club in the making of this event. That's just a warning. That's my love-hate with DAC. I'm doing a Diamond Art Club painting, but, I love their paintings, but they just won't let me shop on their site, because I'm such an evil, vile person. So, I'm so glad it is Friday. So glad. I'm telling you, I've gotten into this work routine now where I get there about 8:30ish, and then sometimes it's 8:35, but work till like 10:30. Then my friend and I, we go for a walk. We just walk around for a little while, get some ice water, because by then we're done with the coffee. Then we go to at 1 o'clock, we go have lunch. And I talked her into not eating at her desk. I'm like, why are we eating at our desk? Let's not do that. Why are we giving them our time? They're stealing our time. So let's go eat somewhere else. So we've been going other places. We went to McDonald's yesterday because you can just walk across the parking lot to a McDonald's that's behind the hospital. And then they're actually building this beautiful, I don't know if I've told you, I'm sure I've told you this before. Our hospital is a square built around this gorgeous church that was built in the 1800s, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So they used to have in front of the church between the back of the church, the entry's on the other side, but between the back of the church and the building, there was just some grass and trees, and they would decorate it at Christmas time, and it's all, the building itself is all glass, so you can look out into that courtyard. So now what they've done is they've torn up all that grass and stuff, and they're putting in like little fountains and places for us to sit and dine at lunchtime. Yeah, so we don't go to lunch till 1:00. Then we come back at 2, and by then the day's almost over. It's lovely. Yeah. And my coworker, oh my God, my cohort, who's also an exempt employee, we got the same job description, different jobs, same job description, but she comes sauntering in yesterday, 10:30. Are you listening, HR? 10:30. Closer to 11. Then she's like, oh, I missed breakfast. Let me go get some lunch. So she goes, gets lunch. But she comes back. She eats at her desk. And she came back with French fries. Oh, my God, I was dying. They smelled so good. And I love her. She's a wonderful lady, but, I guess I'm jealous because she gets away with all this crap, and I can't. I've got to sit in my seat for 8 solid hours. But so then she tells me, oh, I'm going to go take my son to his psychiatry appointment this afternoon. But I'll be back. I'm like, okay, so she leaves at 2, comes back at 4. I don't know if she stayed late. I left at like 4:45. She was still there. But like, why can she make her own hours, but I can't make my own hours? Like, no, you are stealing from the company. Hey, HR, take a look at her. Yeah, I know. That's petty. It's petty. Stop it, Rebecca. Yeah, stop it. Okay, nonsense. But it bothers me. I'm being watched like a hawk because I went out of town and worked remotely from out of town. You hear about this all the time. People that they say, oh, I work remotely. I've been all over the world working remotely. Working remotely doesn't mean you have to sit at a desk at your house. All right, I know. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay, I've got a good one for you for this day in history. This 18-year-old, I'm going to say boy, in World War I, he volunteers to work. He's working currently as a Kansas City reporter for the Kansas City newspaper. And he's working as a reporter, but he volunteers to work for the Red Cross in World War II. He gets stationed at this little place in Italy. And I don't want to butcher the name, Piave Delta in Italy, where the war has been quite successful. They've taken 2,000 POWs, Austrian POWs. So there's one day where this 18-year-old, working for the Red Cross, he's handing out chocolate to the men in the trenches when he gets hit by an Austrian mortar. The mortar kills the 2 people next to him. It buries him in dirt. It hits his foot and his leg. And there's a third person that's injured. So when he regains consciousness, he puts that third person on his back and carries him to get help. Now, he goes unconscious again, doesn't remember any of this until someone tells him about it. Doesn't remember carrying this guy to safety. This 18-year-old was Ernest Hemingway, and he went on to write about his experiences in Italy in a book called A Farewell to Arms, which I have not read, but apparently it's about a young man who's volunteering for the Red Cross, stationed over there in Italy, falls in love with an English nurse. Yeah, I gotta read that. Yeah, Farewell to Arms. Yeah, Ernest Hemingway did a good thing. Yay. Okay. And it's a good thing he wasn't killed because he's a very prolific writer, yes, and a very acclaimed writer, I might say. So, it is a short show today. I do apologize. It's Friday. Gotta go to work. Gotta go to work. Work, work, work. Friday dance. Ooh, 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 ooh. Friday dance. This dress, smaller size. Am I losing weight or am I kidding myself? I don't know. I think my skinny days are over. What do you think? I don't know. All right. I will see you tonight. I'll be in the chat on Mickey's Live, and I hope to see you there. Bye.